microphone on. How about now? Do we have mic? We should have microphone now. Yeah, excellent. You can hear me all right, Log? Yes. How about now? Do we have mic? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Glad to see it, glad to hear it. Let's friggin' go. And I can see and manage everything right from there. So, if I close these out, we should be fine. Okay. I think I would say ladies and gentlemen, but it's just one lady or gentleman right now, Log Clueless in the chat. Sup, bruh? We're going to be doing a little playthrough today, starting off fresh. I got a lot of time in this game, got a lot of things going on. But today, we're going to be doing a Faith Arcane-based run revolving around the Dragon Communion Seal. You got all these different starting classes. We're going to be starting with the Prophet, not because it starts with the most faith, but because it starts with a baseline of 10 for Arcane and a negative in Intelligence. We're not going to be using much Intelligence and less Endurance. So it has stats and all the relevant ones that we're going to be putting into being Mind, Faith, and Arcane. So that's where we're going to be starting off at. Yeah. Watch your language in the chat, my friend. Are you watching on YouTube or on Twitch? More of a nasty magma worm looking dude, so we're gonna go with my little bit lighter character here. Dragon. Communion. And look at that, takes it the full bit. We're going to go ahead and start with a Stone Sword Key so we can get quick access to the Dragon Communion Seal as well. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Lightstream Studios, let's go. The fallen leaves tell a story indeed. Alright, watching on Twitch. Cool. I'm glad that I can see both the Twitch chats and the YouTube chats this way. Enjoying this. This is being done through Lightstream, as you can kind of see by the big tagline at the top right of the video. So it lets me actually stream to multiple platforms at once from my Xbox. Prior to this on Xbox, I was only able to stream on Twitch directly. So using this, I can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the exact same time. Our first beautiful starting thing is we're going to jump to our deaths here. Whee! Our first death of the run. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Order numero uno, we're going to be heading to get the Dragon Communion Seal right here in the Stranded Graveyard first thing starting off the game. Then we're going to do a basic setup where we go throughout the entirety of Weeping Peninsula, Caelid, Lyria of the Lakes, and into Altus Plateau. Just to get set up, all the way up into Mount Gelmir. So our first grace right here, use those stone swords we got at our starting bit to open up our door here. And anybody watches, you know, just feel to comment in the chat. We can keep it kind of lively, kind of relaxed. It's one of my more enjoyable types of runs to do. For this guy with the chariot, you hide in this first alcove. When he goes past, go to the second one. This is kind of tried and true. This guy's going to try and shoot an arrow, get caught by the chariot, Whee! You can run right past. And then as he turns around, you're just going to run past this dude, drop down behind him, let him get run over. You can jump if you like. Being in the air does let your stamina bar come back a little bit, so you can keep on sprinting while you go. Holding the block button while you run lets you pick up items without doing that animation where you bend down and pick stuff up too. So it's just a little way to get around that. Also gets you up hills a little bit faster. Just gonna kind of go past these guys. Hopefully that chariot will be coming around the corner here in just a moment before these guys get too close to us. Come on, chariot, where are you at? Chariot. Kinda need ya. Helps make this whole thing happen. I think I hear it coming. Sometimes the chariot doesn't want to show up right away. Go figure. But if we start going down too far and it comes around that corner, we're dead. So there's always that. I can hear it rolling around over there. Why not? Let's mess around with it. Where are you at, chariot? You gotta have the chariot with you for this. Makes it much, much, much easier. Yeah, you get stuck doing this dumb shit. Hello? We're already here. There you go. We're gonna let it go past. And then we're gonna hop, skip up. It runs these dudes right over. We're gonna just wait a moment for it to come past again. We don't want to get run over, but this is our main source of damage right now. So yeah. Okay, so now that we're back here and the chariot's running, we gotta wait for it to do one more pass, and then the timing on this will be quite beautiful. Wait in the corner, hold your block, let it go past. Once it passes again, we're gonna be running up, like so. And we're gonna run just far enough forward to aggro this ghost of a banished knight. So just about here. He's aggroed, he's gonna be coming after us. That's fine. The chariot's coming back up this way. We're gonna be dipping into the alcove. There we go. And we can crit him through. And survive because we were critting. Pick up the Dragon Communion Seal. And from right there we can warp out to Stranded Graveyard. And I'm pretty sure that's under 5 minutes. We've got the Dragon Communion Seal ready to go. Pretty dang cool if you ask me. Picking up our furled finger stuff. Excellent. And right now it does a little bit less than our basic finger seal, but we're going to be using it to boost our Dragon Communion incantations, so it's kind of irrelevant. By the by, if you ever do want to do a playthrough like this, and you want a weapon in your hand instead of just using incantations like we're doing, this starting spear is actually quite good. You don't have to invest any additional levels to wield it. It's got 10 strength, 10 dexterity as a requirement, and you can infuse it with most of the starting Ashes of War that we can pick up in this run. That being Sacred Blade, Flaming Strike, Chilling Mist, stuff like that. They can all infuse onto this short spear. And it's got, what is it, strictly piercing damage? Yeah. Strictly piercing damage, making it very effective against armored creatures and beings. And also letting you do a shield poke strategy if you feel like doing that. We're going to be focusing on just doing incantations for damage, and based around the Dragon Communion Seal and its stat ceiling. He is Kale, purveyor of goods. We're selling him the runes we picked up, buying the crafting kits, the torch, the missionary cookbook, and 3 pots, down to 42 runes. We did all that stuff at once. So really, what does that do for us, right? 3 crafting pots is good for crackpot items. We can use a couple of those if we want it in a run. This missionary cookbook gives you the holy water pot access, and that does massive, massive damage to undead targets such as deathrite birds. The torch is just for some fire damage, so we can cheese out Grail early on and get some dragon hearts. And the crafting kits lets us go ahead and craft items, just like it says. Pretty interesting. Yeah, I know. So we're going to go past all these Godric Knights. They are the bane of some people's existence. If you ever play Night Rain and encounter them when they're red, they really hit hard and just have all the poison in the world. Sometimes tougher than bosses. Oh yeah. This first grace we're going to go to is going to be one of our hallmark graces. It's called Gatefront, Site of Grace. And it really kind of is a... it's a good starting point for a lot of things in this run. In any run in general, it's just kind of a good HUD grace, so to speak. So Melena's going to offer to be our maiden, which is great. It's always good to have a glow-eyed queen on our side. Spectral Steed Whistle is nice, and we're going to be heading into the Weeping Peninsula first and foremost. So we're going to replace the Memory of Lost Grace, the Spectral Steed Whistle, on a hotkey. Same with the Memory of Grace on the bottom. And we'll use that to get through a couple things early on. So heading south first of all, well, this is east, but southeast is going to be the general direction. Grab your map of Limgrave West, flip across here, drop down into the tunnel. We're going to be picking up our whetstone knife. Now, like I said, we're not really going to be using weapons this run, but we will be using Ashes of War on shields. So, this will be useful in that. The whetstone knife lets you put Ashes of War onto weapons and armaments, and that's what we'll be using it for. Come on over here, grab another grace. Unjakeable, welcome to the stream. How you doing today, bud? The plan for this stream is we're doing a Dragon Communion seal based run. Not Dragon Communion incantations only. We're going to be doing incantations only, as in doing damage with our incantations after we get through Grail. And it's going to be featured around the Dragon Communion seal. So I can dictate that out a little bit as we go here. So my plan with this Dragon Communion seal is to get our threshold of Arcane and Faith to 53 and 46 respectively by the time we get to Crumbling Farum Azula. The Arcane is going to be the first thing we boost up, getting it to 45, with Faith getting to 28. And that's so we can have access to all the Dragon Communion incantations available in base game. And it'll also give us access to a lot of damage negation incantations and healing over time power. So the idea is going to end up being that, yeah, I'm on YouTube, Lug. I am certainly on YouTube. But the chat doesn't seem like it's showing up for the stream through YouTube. But, hey, all good. I'm on everything. On everything. Why not? Yeah, so the 46 faith threshold is kind of interesting. So I was running some numbers last night in preparation for this and checking on incantations in general. So on another save account, I have accrued every incantation in the game and sorted through them. And over 46 faith, there's actually not a whole lot of incantations you get access to. 47 faith gives access to Death Lightning, which, let's be honest, it's kind of shit, right? Both in practice and in regularity, especially when you compare it to Ancient Dragon Lightning Strike. But 46 faith is a nice breakpoint threshold, as it gives us access to all the Fire Giant incantations, all of the healing over time incantations, with the strongest of which being Blessing of the Erd Tree at 35 or 36 faith. It also gives us to all the access to all the damage negation incantations that require 24 faith for the like Golden Lightning Fortification, Barrier of Gold, stuff like that. Black Flames Protection, which does physical damage negation, requires 30 faith. So again, that 46 faith is a nice breakpoint for it. It also gives us access at 46 exactly to two of my favorite incantations, being Fortisax's Lightning Strike and the Black Blade that you get from Malekith, both of which are extremely strong. 45 faith is also a good... I'm sorry, 46 faith is also just a good breakpoint for the Dragon Communion Seal in general, right? It scales harder off of Arcane than it is off of Faith. So the Arcane is going to be higher in general. Like I said, 53 is our max that we're going to be getting it at, and that's going to be through a combination of levels and the Mask of Confidence that we'll get through Ranni's questline. Ranni's questline gives us the Mask of Confidence once we get to the Carrion Manor with the inverted statue. And that Mask of Confidence will give us 3 Arcane while we have it equipped. That'll put us to 53 once we have 50 Arcane. So this entirety part of this stream is going to be startup and getting equipment. We've already got the Dragon Communion Seal, as you see. We're also going to be getting as many memory stones as possible to max out our spell efficiency and ability. So that's what we're doing. We're also going to be picking up a bunch of golden seeds and sacred tears to make sure that our flasks are very strong. By the end of the setup, it should be we should have 10 flasks with +7 for the healing and sealing. The healing and sealing, indeed. Bum, bum, bum. Double jump to avoid the arrow. Now, some of you that watch this, especially some of you right now that are watching this, play Night Rain with me. And now you're probably thinking, wow, he's doing a really good job not getting hit by every damn thing. Yeah, doesn't happen so much in Night Rain. I think it's really because of the time crunch. Honestly, it's always about trying to make things happen faster in that game and really get things going. Oop, we got stuck on a tree. That's part of why I don't like playing Scholar that much in Night Rain, because his ability is good, but it's based around being more patient and having to take your time with stuff, and it's just not as productive. you can't be as not necessarily as aggressive, but as productive with him in that. So here we're picking up another important spell for us, the Flame of Frenzy, one of my favorites and one of the strongest incantations in the game when it comes to outright damage and stance pressure. The Flame of Frenzy fully charged does massive amounts of stance pressure. I haven't run the numbers in a little bit, but last time I was checking, it was between 40 and 50 poise damage on a full charged Flame of Frenzy. So 2 fully charged will break the stance of most bosses. Not that we're always going to be fishing for that, but it is important to note and to take advantage of it when we can. So we picked up that and another Sacred Tear. Next thing we're going to be picking up is the Faith Knot Crystal Tear. We'll be able to use that in our Wondrous Physic and give us +10 to our Faith stat. This lets us save 10 levels in Faith early on, so we can just get to 18 Faith instead of 28. And use the Wondrous Physic tier to get to that magic 28 number, giving us access to Grail's Roar, Dragon Maw, and another number of other incantations that way. Also, if you don't end up doing it this way, I mean, 30 Faith is also a good break point if you want to do a Strength Faith build. Strength Faith around Fire. 30 is a good Faith breakpoint for that. Mainly because 30 Faith gives you access to every Fire incantation that is Fire Monk or Fire Giant based, with the only exception being the Flame of the Fell God. Flame of the Fell God requires 41 Faith on that end, so if you're doing a Strength Faith build and you really want to use Flame of the Fell God but don't want to invest the stat points into it, just stop at 31 points for Faith and use the Faith Knot Crystal Tear to get up there. So we got this Grace next, and that's the Faith Knot Crystal Tear here. So we're just picking up the centipedes just kind of cuz. Here's another Sacred Tear. We exiting this church. Don't hit the bats on your way out if you can help it. And always be looting items. You know, wherever you're at, go ahead and loot items. Pick them up. You know, Earthleaf flowers, mushroom here, mushroom there. Anything you can find. Anything you can find at all. Now, we're not going to be killing anything yet, but you can absolutely come back to this Erdtree avatar later and knock him out. We're going to be running by him to pick up some tarnished golden sunflowers. That'll help with our holy water pots for later. And you can just kind of sprint past him. Plus, you get the cool musical cue. Now, there's more to doing this than just going past him and getting the musical cue. We're heading this direction to pick up one of the best spots to farm gold fireflies. And those are used to craft our gold pickle fowl feet. So you drop right off this cliffside here. And in this little pool with the octopi, these little gold fireflies are around. You should get about 10 of them. You just go back and forth, hitting the pickup button, and pick up a whole bunch of things, and then exit out and head right toward the church over there. So with those fireflies, we got 11 through that single yellow run. So already we have the potential to craft 11 gold pickle fowl feet. If you don't know what that does, you eat it, and then for 3 minutes, you get a 30% boost to rune acquisition. So you use that at the end of killing a boss, or when you're mowing down a large area, you can significantly speed up your leveling. And that is what we're going to be doing here. We also picked up 1 gold pickle fowl foot earlier, and that was just south of the Knight Rider Cavalry in Limgrave. Hop the fence, grab another sacred tear, go ahead and touch the grace, and then we're going to be going back. We're going to be going to Agil Lake South. And from here we're going to pick up a couple more items, helping us progress farther into the game, as most things should. Don't hit this guy, he turns into a bear. Actually. And then he wants to just hug you. It's very topical on the whole bear discussion. So we're going to be heading over here to Fort Height. Just drop down this way or that way. Go ahead and pick up the lily. Why not? You can always use more Trina lilies. They are a limited resource in the game, which means crafting sleep pots is a limited resource in the game. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of that. Every time you see these coffins, go ahead and stop by, ride your horse, and pick up these golden runes. You don't really use them for leveling very much, but you can use them for currency when buying things at stores and shops. And that'll help sometimes because it's just better to have the golden seed on you and be able to buy something than not. Now these birds, the black birds, we're just going to run through one right quick. They have a higher chance, I feel, to drop 4-toed fowl feet than regular birds. But I'll show you guys a good farming spot for that later also. It'll be fun. Be a good time. Okay, we've arrived at Fort Height. Let's go ahead and ride on up and grab our Dectus Medallion half. And get stuck in some trees while we're doing it. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and grab another golden seed from this tree over here. Dismount into Fort Height. Keep on that block and run. You can jump. You can help dodge stuff. You do get some iframes when jumping. We jump through the fire barrels just in case one of these fire pots errantly does hit us. We do not want to get caught in a fire pot explosion with barrels. Sprint up the ladder. We did not aggro the Godric Knight that time. That's pretty good. Just aggro these wandering noble dudes. That's fine. That's fine. Just going right here. Grab this. And then use the Memory of Lost Grace to go ahead and warp yourself back to the previous site of grace. Now you only want to use that when you don't have runes on you, or you're not going to want to spread runes. So that's why we're also not killing anything just yet. That Memory of Lost Grace. Whoop, there it is. You lose all runes, but return to the last site of grace visited. So it's really just kind of keep tempo and save time. It also advances time forward. As you can see, it's daytime now and not nighttime. Now we're not going to be doing charge attacks or Wolf's questline for this, but you can get the charge attack talisman right inside here, and then Wolf's up on top if you wanted it. This Ash of War Scarab is for ground slam. If you want to put your butt cheeks on something, that's perfectly fine. Grab some more Tarnished Sunflowers right around here. Spiked Crack Tier, Green Spill Crystal Tier. Neither of which are particularly crazy for this. The Spiked Crack Tier is kind of neat for a build like this, because you can drink it and it boosts your ability to break opponents' guards for a short time. And since a lot of our spells will do a massive amount of stance damage, I already mentioned the Foaming Frenzy for one, it'll make that even more likely to break stance. Now the cookbook we just picked up, the Nomad Warrior cookbook, we picked that up from the feet of that bear, and that gives us access to the Fetid Pot and Roped Fetid Pot. Lets us poison things, right? Lets us poison things for low FP, but it also does poison to you, I think, because it's a little shit pot. It's kind of what it does. So right over here, the Third Church America. We're going to grab our Site of Grace. Hit another Sacred Tier. And pick up our Flask of Wondrous Physic. Yeah, that'll increase our faith stats. Come on over here, we're going to grab a teleporter and get into Gurank's Bestial Sanctum. And we got pretty good tempo so far. Can't complain, can't complain. Grail's Dragon Barrow is nice. Now we are going to open the door here to the Bestial Sanctum. And that's where we got teleported to, is right over here. And we will be getting a couple of Death Roots to give to this guy later, so we can get access to a few physical damage spells that are faster to cast. Namely being Bestial Slink and Stone of Gurank. So we're going to take our horse and we're going to ride south. Grabbing a golden seed. And again, anybody just tuning in, or if you're still here and want a small update, this is going to be a Dragon Communion Seal based build and run. But this starting thing you can use for any class that you want to play as. You can follow this route, because you'll be getting, like I said, you'll be getting up to 10 flasks to use, along with +7 on those flasks for greater healing and greater recovery. We're also going to be getting every memory stone we can come across, and plenty of little runes to bolster ourselves. You can just run past Grail. As long as you let him turn around first and face you, he'll always do that roar. If you try and run through his feet right away, he'll do a spinning tail attack on you, which you can dodge and it can miss, but it can also hit you. And he's a significantly higher scaled level than you are right now, and it will likely kill you. So, scripted events we try and let happen. So these coffins here, grab the Golden Rune 3, Golden Rune 6, Golden Rune 8, and Golden Rune 1. The 6, 7, 8 are very high runes. 3,000, 7, they give good accrual. Hit the Grace here. We're going to use this later to cheese a Knight's Cavalry. And then we're going to be hopping right back up. But make sure you pivot and turn around. Take the Spirit Spring to jump. And use the second jump to get onto the side of the tower. And skip the Lens Rise puzzle. Just inside here, you can grab another Memory Stone. Yeah, it's adding up quickly. Board your horse. Dash, jump, and jump over the tree. And you'll land safely in the Spirit Spring with another follow-up jump to get right back to where we were going. Gonna head southwest straight toward this big old tree. There's another Erdtree avatar there that we'll be taking out later, along with using a Gold Pickle Foulfoot to get us nearly 100,000 runes on it. Be very, very, very helpful. Go ahead and loot yourself some Fulgur Blooms right here. They can be used to craft lightning pots. And it's also quite close to a Site of Grace, so until you get to, I want to say Castle Soul in the Mountaintops of the Giants, that's probably the best spot to farm Fulgur Bloom for lightning pots. In case you want to do an item or crafting run, which I do plan on doing at some point. I think that'd be a lot of fun. This run, like I said, is going to be very focused around Dragon Communion and focused around splitting our stats between Faith and Arcane evenly. The next one I'd like to do We'll be splitting our stats between intelligence and faith evenly, and utilizing the Staff of the Great Beyond in the DLC to give us access to both sorceries and incantations. So, heading on up the ladder. And we're going to grab this spot here. I don't know why I tried to board the horse, but there we are. We got our second part of the Dectus Medallion, so we can now get into the Altus Plateau as soon as we get there. First, we're going to drop down into this hole, roll through the barrels in the wood, bait the rat, get the Golden Rune 12, avoid the rat, jump to the other side, and then immediately turn right, go past these two rats, jump down, get the Radahn Sword Seal, use the Lost Grace to warp back outside. Easy peasy, right? Lemon squeezy. It stays easy. Why not? Okay, so now that we're back at Driel's Dragon Barrel, let's go ahead and get some more stuff. Hop, skip, and a jump down one way or another. And we'll be coming back to that site of grace again later on. For right now, this is going to be the best way to go about it. Hop down the Spirit Spring, giving us access to this church over here, where we can get another Sacred Tear. This is also where Millicent resides, so if you want to do Millicent's questline, this opens up the path to her questline quite early too. Now we're heading directly this way because there's a bunch of, you know, sperm spewing pests over the other direction we don't want to get involved with. Hop right over this tree roots, run into the side of the mountain here and drop off. Yeah. It's a good slide. Turn and drop down this side, and then turn and follow the slope, and boom, there's Gowry's shack, and we're in the bottom part to the Swamp of Aeonia. And we just did a whole skip through Caelid. That normally will cause death. We try and avoid death where we can. Oh, I didn't even mention it yet, but we're also going to be getting Somber Smithing Stones 1 through 6 early on. We've already got a Somber Smithing Stone 1. We're going to be picking up a 5 and a 4 here in the swamp. And this run and this build is not going to be about optimizing damage, because honestly, I just kind of feel like anybody, not anybody, but you can always just throw on a million buffs for damage and a million talismans that increase that damage and try and one-shot stuff. And most of the time, that's what Dragon Communion builds and Dragon Communion abilities do. They try and focus around one-shotting things. I want to be more immersive and feel more like what I do matters when I fight things, and feel like I'm part of the attack when facing bosses, right? So, not that we're going to be trading with bosses a lot, but we're not really aiming to one-shot things all the time. We're more aiming to be able to trade back and forth and optimize to use the best incantations in different scenarios that will answer different things. I put up videos recently on how Burno Flame can dodge a lot of slashing style attacks and horizontal sweeps. There's also a number of Dragon Communion incantations that make you hover in the air so you avoid ground-based attacks. Stuff like that. I like interacting with the bosses more. And incantations to me always kind of feel more interactive. So that's kind of what I'd like to focus on. Okay, and we've traversed most of Caelid. We picked up a 5 and a 4 for Somber Smithing Stones in that swamp. Grab the Caelid map. And we're going to head right over to this Cathedral of Dragon Communion. Gives us access to buying a bunch of Dragon Communion spells. which we'll be doing as soon as we take out Grail. But currently we are 30 minutes into this run. Not doing too terribly. We've done all of Weeping Peninsula. We've done most of Limgrave. And we're finishing up Caelid right now. Next we'll be doing Lyria of the Lakes, Altus Plateau, and the Mount Gelmir area. Picking up golden seeds and different things along the way. Basically, the setup's going to end when we let Anastasia Tarnished Eater kill herself and pick up the Golden Vow incantation from her area, rather. If you're new to the stream of the channel, thanks for stopping by. You can call me Luck. It's good to see you. Also, right here is my favorite place to farm Foretold Falfeet. Right near a Grace, you can kill these guys here. We'll come farm them later, but it's a good spot to go. So now we'll rest at a site of Grace that's outside of Limgrave, which will trigger Melina, and let us get to the Round Table Hold, so we can go ahead and get that knocked out.
I to determine if you had. It seems torrent, whereas I may. There is, but I can take gathering place. Very well.
Go to the Round Table Hold. Thank you. Thank you. We're also going to be accessing the DLC rather early here. Not for a particular reason, just because I think Mohg's pretty easy to beat, so we can go ahead and do that. So we're at the Round Table Hold. First thing we can do is pop this golden room for 7,500. And that will let us go ahead and purchase another Memory Stone from the Twin Maiden Husks, increasing our effective spell slots again. And then we're going to talk to Brother Corrin, and I think it's 3,000 and 3,500 for the 2 damage negation spells. Yeah, 3,500 for magic, 3,000 for fire. So we're going to spend the 3,500. We got 1,000 left over. And we'll use a 2,000 from our inventory. They'll go ahead and buy the magic damage negation one. Or the fire damage negation one, sorry. Beautiful. The Golden Order will shine, I'm sure. So this is our map so far. We've opened it up pretty darn well. We'll be coming back here later to kill Grail and then pick up some more Somber Smithing Stones here. But right now we're going back to Gatefront. Back to Gatefront again. Ugh. And back on our horse. Some might even say we're back in the saddle again. Whee! They always be calling. Another golden seed. Pick up your mushrooms and whatever else you can. Stone sword keys. Get another grace touched. And ride on through Stormvale. I'm going to be going to Lyria of the Lakes the back way. Or depending on what you do, this might be considered the front way. Get shot with an arrow if you feel like it. Feels good. Why not? More mushrooms, more Roa fruit. Definitely make sure you pick up as much Roa fruit as you can see. That'll help us crafting later for the gold pickle Falfeet. You need Roa fruit, gold fireflies, and Foretold Falfeet. We got 67 of these so far, so we're looking pretty good on that side. Whee! Nomadic Warrior Cookbook. Not necessarily useful for this run, but just so you see what's in it. Soft cotton. Makes you very quiet. The scarab here contains Storm Wall. It's a shield-based Ash of War that lets you parry opponents, but also deflects physical projectiles. This includes things like Bestial Sling and Stone of Gurrank. It might work on Radahn's Meteors. I actually haven't tested that before, so be interesting to see if it works or not. Row of fruits. Alrighty. Yes, the wolves are very scary. I know. So very scary. Go ahead and grab your grace here. And another sacred tier inside the Church of Irith. We don't need to talk to Tops just yet, but we can talk to him a little bit later on in order to do his quest line and get the Tops Barrier Ash of War for shields. But that's not until we go inside the Academy, which will be happening, don't worry. Just not immediately. Alright, and Larry of the Lakes, just a moment in this beautiful map. It's gorgeous, I love it. Flintstone Craftsman's Cookbook. And again, guys, feel free to chat in the stream. Chat amongst yourselves, chat with me, whatever you feel like talking about. This will be going up just kind of as a live, and then I'll use this video to condense it into a shorter version and make an efficient starting guide. Woo. Map of Larry of the East. Skyroon, what's up, man? How's your day going? Playing some Elden Ring, doing a nice Dragon Communion Seal themed build. How's your Saturday? Things are looking good. Whee. Metro 2039? I'm actually not familiar with it. No, I'd have to check it out. What's it about? I'm curious. And we'll take this teleport right here as well. Metro 2039. Sounds like an open world shooter kind of thing. Am I right in guessing that? Okay. Here we're going to suffer another death. But don't worry, guys. It's on purpose. Between the two pillars, jump and double jump, there'll be a Stake America happening up in the top left corner. It's a purposeful death. We can revive at the Stake America and save some time. Boom. And this will revive us down at the bottom of the lake so we can pick up another golden seed. A golden seed for the golden greed. Right over here. Alright. We're going now to pick up another map fragment and a Site of Grace. Open up the lake very well. Humans living underground due to an apocalypse. Ooh. Okay. Is it a game or a movie? That Metro 2039. Sounds interesting either way, kind of like a Fallout. Lanya, we don't need to bother you. Alright. We kill this scarab for a Somber Smithing Zone too. Yeah, Catch Flame is great. And then head right over here. Hey, congratulations on the Bloodborne playthrough. I've actually never gotten to play Bloodborne. I'm playing on Xbox, and I'm still sad that they haven't brought Bloodborne to Xbox yet. But I've seen clips and gameplay of it, and it looks like a really fun game to play. I love Sekiro a lot. Sekiro is one of my other favorite Souls-likes. So what are you doing on your Elden Ring playthrough? And well, I guess a couple questions. So what are you doing on your Elden Ring playthrough? What platform are you watching on right now, Twitch or YouTube? And what brought you to the stream? Just browsing? Also, congrats on the new record, man. 4 hours, 15 minutes for a completion of anything is pretty impressive. Do. Touching grace, touching grace. Just getting all over Larry of the Lakes this way, opening up the map completely. Still doing good on time, 40 minutes in. Not bad. Took a little bit longer than usual getting the Dragon Communion seal, but it's alright. Oh, a mage build, okay. Are you doing a pure mage or a hybrid? And also, gravitational missile is like peak sorcery, dude. Oh my god. So strong. And so fun. And it's so dang cheap. 18 FP is like criminal for how good that spell is. Woo woo. Do. Bah. They're so bad. Beautiful. Got some good jumps going on, some good parkouring. Yeah. More roa fruits. Hybrid right now, cool. That's kind of what this build's gonna be. We're only gonna be casting incantations to do damage after we get through Grail. But the offhand is going to be for shield-based Ashes of War for parrying things, because we're gonna be using a lot of Dragon Communion incantations and spells that take longer to cast. I want to try and make use of the parry windows to cast spells and cast things at close range. Hoisting the Medallion of Dectus. No, it's going to be a hybrid Faith Arcane. So we're going to be doing, we're going to be stopping our Faith at 46 as a breakpoint, because 46 Faith nets, in my opinion, some of the better incantations in the game, with 46 explicitly being used for the Black Blade and for Fortisex's Twin Lightning Strike. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. Yeah, Faith is absolutely broken for sure. For sure. Now, we're not going to be buffing the heck out of ourselves as far as damage goes for output. You know, I'm not going to be doing Golden Vow into Hellish Brewery into, you know, eat the Bloody Arcane thing to poison us and do talisman swapping and all that stuff. We're going to have a couple slots like that. One's going to be for healing regen over time, Blessings Boon and then Blessings of the Earth Tree. The second one's going to be for Golden Vow, just a good body buff, and still the best, sorry, aura buff rather. It's still the best aura buff in the game, which is crazy for how cheap it is. And then the third spot is going to be a specific damage negation of choice, depending on who we're fighting. So magic fortification, flame fortification, lightning fortification, stuff like that. Because we're not really going to go that high of vigor either. I'm feeling like 40 vigor is probably going to be the max that we need to go at. And utilizing things like the Ritual Shield Talisman will give us an additional 30% damage negation when at full HP. So the lower our HP, the more often it can keep getting full due to the regen over time effect, right, of Blessing's Boon and Blessing of the Earth Tree. And thus we can keep our high defenses longer and make each point of vigor matter a lot more by keeping a lower total. And plus, since we're going to be using slower casting spells when we can't parry things or get in there, having the damage negation is going to help a lot with our survivability and playability. And I in general like playing builds that feel more lived in and more, what's the right word? A build that is a bit more where it where you and the opponent are both fighting. You know, I don't really want to buff up and just one-shot things. Dragon Communion is probably the easiest way to do that kind of thing. But I want to be more of a combatant when it comes to this stuff. Hey, come here. Yeah. I try and be more of a combatant when it comes to this kind of stuff. Absolutely. Now that being said, Pure Faith is exceptionally strong, and if you do end up leveling your Dex at all and maxed it with Radagon's icon for the virtual Dex casting speed, then you can pretty much just get rid of all your healing flasks and do pure blue flasks, because heal from afar, you actually end up speeding up the animation for it using your virtual Dex, and casting heal from afar on yourself ends up being faster than drinking a flask of Crimson Tears, and it will heal you for a lot more as it goes based off of your faith stat. Don't run, Scarab. No! I don't know where the hell he goes. We'll have to come back for him later. Although I swear I hear him. Did he go up top? Maybe. Oh well, we'll come back for that later. That's Golden Parry. That's Scarab. Oh, we didn't fight anybody yet. We have not fought anybody. We've just opened up the map. Yeah. We started about 45 minutes ago. Haven't fought a single thing yet. We're just kind of opening up the map and picking up golden seeds, sacred tears. And after this, we're going to be going up to Mount Gelmir. We're going to be going up to Mount Gelmir to pick up Golden Vow, along with our Somber Smithing Stone 6. So we can go ahead and boost our Dragon Communion seal up and be done with that. Alright, so Altus Plateau it is again. And now comes the long trek up the mountain. Now for basic setup, you can just stop here, which makes it under an hour, and you can plus your flasks. Let's go ahead and do that to show you guys just how strong it gets just based on this. And again, this setup can kind of be used for almost any build. Boom, boom. So now we got 9 flasks overall, right? And they are currently at +7. We're going to pick up a couple more golden seeds along the way and get that to +10. And then we'll go ahead and kill Grail and cheese a Knight Rider. Kill the Rotten Avatar, the Flying Dragon Grail. And we're also going to be picking up the Gold Scarab from the Clean Run Knight stuff. All about boosting rune acquisition and leveling a bit faster. So when we do eventually get to Margaret and Godric, they're gonna die pretty quick. They're gonna die pretty quick. We're gonna have better stats, and yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing. Do. The Tibia Mariner. We don't care. We're just gonna kind of go past you. Man, that's dope. With the rings, which rings are you talking about? Radagon's Ring of Lights? Rings of Light? The McKellen Rings of Light? Or the, what the hell is it called? The multi-layered Ring of Light. There's a couple different ones there. Also, as you're running through this mountain, go ahead and pick up all these little stones on the way. They're volcanic stones. They can be used to craft volcano pots. An easy source of fire damage that doesn't cost you any FP whatsoever, and is pretty consistent. Oh, I don't know if I stated this yet either, but we're not going to be using any summons for anything in the run. No summons needed. Plus, for me personally, it's not an elitist thing either. If you want to play the game with summons, that's perfectly fine. My opinion and my take is that it's more satisfying to me to beat the boss with my own two hands, if that makes sense. And just hug the side of the stuff and you can get past most of these fire spouts. And just passively picking up these volcanic stones, we're not going to be going out of our way for it. But just as you walk by them, go ahead and hit the pickup button and pick them up. Why not? And all of a sudden, before you're even out of the terminus, you'll notice that we got a ton already. We already got 51 of these things, so we could craft 25 of those pots once we get the recipe. Oh, a rings only playthrough. Nice. Nice. Yeah, the Golden Order seal has some magnificent scaling. Unless you said you did pure faith, so were you doing like what did you call it? Were you using the Erdtree seal and then offhanding the Golden Order seal for the buff? Or are you doing something different? Right past the crazy little monkey guys. Pick up some more golden runes from the coffins. We're not stealing from the dead, we're just looting what's not wanted. It doesn't count. It does not count. Stay to the right here, it's going to be a big old bear that comes down and tries to ruin your day. Yeah. Can avoid all that nonsense. And just keep on passively picking up these volcano stones. They're all over the place. It really reminds me a lot of Death Mountain from the Zelda series. Probably my favorite adventuring series. I grew up with that, so I can't. I love Elden Ring to death, and it's definitely my favorite game currently, and it has been for a while. But when it comes to the GOAT of all time, it's between multiple Zelda games. Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild, all absolutely fantastic games. And this is Demi-Human Queen Maggie. She holds another memory stone. We'll come back to get it from her a little bit later when we do some damage. For now, just grab the grace and go. Don't shoot my horse, Maggie. Rude. Alright. We will be capping the level for this build at 150 also. That is the max. But it should be fully online by like 125, I think. Yo, absolutely. You should. And Gravity Missile is super duper strong. Gravity Missile plus Collapsing Stars is probably like one of the best combos, I think, for mages in PvP. They're hard to react to and hard to get away from, and it pulls you in. Man. Yeah, I got a Radahn build that I kind of do that with, using Gravity Missile, Collapsing Stars, and then his Ash of War that pulls him in too. It's very, very strong. I'm not saying it's the best kind of build, but it's fun and enjoyable, and that's kind of what I shoot for with this stuff. I'm not looking to optimize and do the biggest damage numbers. We'll hit the damage numbers, don't worry. We'll hit high damage, but I'm not going to be going, well, this precise number does this much damage to this and that and the other thing. And just crawl up this way. I'm probably going to stream a mage build playthrough at some point too. I think the next one I want to do is going to be focusing on like about 46 faith and 48 intelligence. And just hang on up here. So you quit out of the game right here. And then we're going to load back in and let the spider kill itself. Yeah, I want to do 46 faith and 48 intelligence for a build that focuses around the Staff of the Great Beyond. So that I can cast sorceries and incantations, with 48 being my breakpoint because I want to cast Blades of Stone. That's like one of my favorite sorceries. So you can see the guy right over there trying to jump, get his attention. He'll do his dumb shit. Jump again. He'll jump. And then he'll kill himself. And look at that. We killed him with gravity. Haha. And that gets us 2,000 free runes. Why not? Itsy bitsy spider, go down and fall boom. It's good stuff. I can't complain. And we got 2,300 runes right now. With this gentleman, we're going to sell so that we can get 3,000 rather. So we'll just sell an 800, get 3,000, and then purchase the Nomadic Warriors equipped with 20. That'll give us the Volcano Pot and Roped Volcano Pot from him. Now again, for these volcanic stones, we haven't been going out of our way. We just kind of ran through picking up items. We got 90 of these in one run through. So anytime you need more volcanic stones, just do a run through of Seathwater Terminus. And Seathwater River, rather. And you'll get a ton of volcanic stones. And you can use those to craft volcano pots. They only require 2, and no mushrooms otherwise. They do continuous fire damage. So no matter what build you're in, you can always use that for some extra fire if you need it. Pretty effective. And you can even use it to reset Frostbite, which is great. So if you're Frost Mage, just have a volcano pot on you. And the heat will keep on resetting it. It's good stuff. We're going to pick up a few more on our way here also. Ba-da-ba-bum. Yeah, I want to do a complete just items and consumables build at some point and stream it. I think that'd be fun. Don't worry about the falling star beasts. Just go around them. Hey, Skyrunes, are you on you do Xbox or PlayStation? You mentioned Bloodborne, so I'm assuming PlayStation, right? Do. Ride through the legs of the Psycho Troll. Into Volcano Manor. Gotcha. I feel that. PlayStation for me was always a lot of fun too. I liked a lot of the old school games from from the 90s because, you know, I don't want to age myself too much, but yeah, a lot of the PS1 games from the 90s were awesome and have a lot of memories for me. Excuse me, guys. Calm down. Chill out, chill out, chill out. Alright, so if you do that, don't do what I just did and almost die. Good lord. But as I was saying, the PlayStation game from the 90s, things like Parappa the Rapper, that's an old favorite of mine. And then, man, I used to have DDR on the original PlayStation also. PlayStation 2, though, man, that's probably one of the best multiplayer consoles. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Boy got a bit too handsy, didn't he? He certainly did. A bit too handsy. Hansy. Well, that happens. First actual death of the run instead of it being accidental. Happens. Try finger butthole, am I right, guys? Okay, so we can head down this way again, but we don't have to worry about getting the map fragment, which means we won't get touched by the hand. All good. Get our few ruins back. Kind of irrelevant. Yeah, avoid the giant hands. Get out of here, you finger-licking fuck. Ice Storm and Rolana's Twin Moons? Okay. Now, I'm sure that's a ton of freaking damage, for sure. For sure. Now, I actually don't know if Rolana's Twin Moons does the same thing like Renala's Full Moon and Rani's Dark Moon, where they absorb spells and incantations as they go. But are you immune to those while you're casting the Twin Moons? Alright, hop off your horse here. We're going to go ahead and grab our golden vow, and we're going to convince Anastasia that life is just not worth living anymore. The Tarnished Eater, indeed. Just drop off the cliffside here and just sit and wait. She'll come and say she's tired of life, and that'll be the end of it. Anastasia, honey. Goodbye. And that's how she died. Humpty Dumpty fell down. So now that we've gotten all of that accomplished, we can go ahead and head back to Fort Feroth and get some runes and some dragon hots. That was Rolana leaving my TED Talk. Very upset. So another 3 for flasks, and that nets us our 10 flasks. Plus 7. Good stuff. Ashes of War, we're going to go ahead and put the Hoarfrost Stomp on our short spear. And equip a torch. And now, we kill a dragon. Very quickly, very easily. So, Hoarfrost Stomp twice for the first proc. And use a torch to reset the frostbite. 3 stomps this time. Proc frostbite again. Torch. And from here on out, it's going to take 4 stomps for every frostbite proc. Bring a flask. Hit with a torch. Rinse and repeat. And knock it down. Easy dragon cheese. It's kind of unfortunate. Like, I'm glad that you can kind of do this to get some levels quickly, but I really wish it was more of a fight. Like, even fighting Grail herself, you don't fight Grail, you fight 5 lesser dragons. You know, and it's just kind of boring. But 8,000 damage at a time is pretty good. Poor Frost Stomp is so strong. Okay, one more Frostbite proc should about do it. And one more. As it dies, eat the foul foot. Ah, tasty stuff. There are a lot of dragon fights, I agree with you, but I very much enjoy dragon fights. So with the Foretold Foul Foot, that gets us 100,000 runes. Pretty nice and easy. So we're going to go ahead and boost our Arcane. We could boost all the way to 39, but we're going to take 2 and put him into Faith. So then we can have our Faith Knot Crystal Tier. And our, yeah, why not max stamina for a little bit. So next order of business, we're going to go back to the Road Manor and talk to EG and upgrade our seal. We no longer need this spear or this torch, so we're just going to be main-handing our Communion Seal and have our Rickety Shield in the offhand. We're going to be infusing our Rickety Shield for right now with Storm Wall as the Ash of War. This will let us parry and deflect certain projectiles. And we only have 70 runes right now, so let's go ahead and eat this for 800 so that we can level up our seal. And I think the 3 is, how much is this 3 here to buy from you, buddy? I think we're just missing the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3 is 4,000. So, let's go ahead and eat 2 of the number 6s. That'll give us 4,000 runes. That lets us buy the Somber Smithing Stones 3 and strengthen up our Dragon Communion Seal to +6. Look at that, 232 int scaling already. Now, it's kind of hilarious in that way too, because like you don't get that kind of int scaling even with the Erdtree Seal at like +8 or 9 at this level of Faith, or Arcane for that matter. You just don't get those kind of numbers. So we already got a lot of power here. Let's go ahead and grab Dragon Fire, Dragon Maw, Grail's Roar. Yeah. And using those 3, we're going to be getting through some cool shit. Let's go ahead back to the Table of Lost Grace so we can talk to Corrin and get him to move. He's decided to leave the round table hold. He decides this anytime you've entered Altus. So we've already purchased the 2 fortifications incantations from him. That's fine. We're going to be going to the Twidbane Husks here and purchasing 1 more weapon. For, I think it's 600 or 800 runes. So we're going to use those 800 and pick up the dagger. I know. It's a dagger. It's okay. It'll help us out. Promise, promise, promise. Back to Fort Feroth. We're picking up a couple more Somber Smithing Stones, and then going to get our Golden Scarab. Let's go ahead and equip a few incantations while we're at it, such as Dragon Fire. We're going to have Dragon Maw ahead of Dragon Fire. And then Golden Bow. And that's fine for right now. Plenty of power. It's not replayable for you? For me, like, the replayability in Elden Ring comes a lot from making different builds. I'm almost embarrassed to say I have, like... Last I checked was a few weeks ago, and I had just cleared over 3,000 hours. So, like, for me, it depends. I really like the replayability of it, because I like the creativity in different builds and doing stuff like that. For me, my issue is I don't really like doing New Game Plus. I don't enjoy starting a New Game Plus with all of everything already. I kind of enjoy the prospect of making a build and making a character and growing as I go, rather than I'm not leveling up anymore and I'm already got everything I need to get. So New Game Plus isn't as interesting to me as it is for starting a fresh game and doing a fresh character with a fresh build. So that's my gripe with it. The replayability aspect, I think, I think that makes sense if you're trying to do everything in every playthrough. But if you just focus on like a couple things in a specific playthrough, if you just like focus on incantations for one, spells for another, maybe strength-based weapons on another one, dexterity-based weapons on a different one, stuff like that, I think it works out a little better. It's burning time. Hey, you're supposed to burn. Thank you. Somber Smithing Stone 8. Now the key between all this stuff is the 7. Yeah, tell me about your replayability thought process, bud. Alright. We do not need to have access to the Memory of Grace anymore, so we're going to put our Flask of Wonders Physic there. Doo-doo, 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 ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Okay. As always, loot the corpses, get some more money. It's a good call. Now we're going to be heading to the abandoned cave. We're going to pick up a gold scarab. Woo! Jump to the tree! Yeah, no fall damage. Nice. Let me go ahead and read your comment. Elden Ring might be the most replayable because I've spent 1,814 hours on this game with different builds and then grab the specific items required for the build. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. We're using the dagger for the quick step Ash of War. Gets you through this nasty scarlet rot crap really quick. Easy peasy. Woo! Nice damage. Alright, we're going to run past the rat. And past the toxoplasmosis dude. You cannot have my plasma. Be gone. Run past these two rats. Not really important stuff here yet. And the Miranda flower wants to blow shit up. That's fine. Woo! We outrun the magic. Yeah, we do. Okay, and here we're going to go ahead and chug our flask. Activate Golden Vow. Refill. And we're going to absolutely obliterate these guys. So, look at this nonsense. Wow, what damage! Let your stamina come back. And just like that, we've gotten a gold scarab. And again, that's 28 Faith, 37 Arcane. We're on level 36. Beating the absolute dog water out of these guys. So now that we've done that, we gotta get another piece of the puzzle. The ability to craft gold pickle foul feet. And we get that from Monsieur Patches. Yeah. That's a +6 seal, too. It's a lot of friggin' damage. It's a lot of friggin' damage. And again, that's not a whole bunch of different buffs either. That was only with Golden Vow. So even if you're not using Golden Vow in that fight, Dragon Mohg will still 2-hit them. It's fantastic. We're gonna head over here and kill Bloody Finger Neregus right quick. Drink your flask. Activate the vow. Refill your FP. Neregus invades. I gotta imagine it's not fun to be eaten by a dragon. Just ask Neregus. Just ask poor Neregus. Ah. And while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and take out my friend here. I must not die, I know. So we do that to go ahead and be able to have the Eleonora, the Violet Bloody Finger, invade us later without having to do his quest line. If you kill him, she'll still try and invade you once you get to that church. And we'll be doing that in a little bit so then we can go ahead and do Mohg as a boss early on. But here, we're just gonna cook. Yes, Reduvia is absolutely fantastic. And honestly, if you wanted to play that in this build, just put 3 points into Dexterity, and you can use Reduvia. Absolutely fantastic. Cough up your coin, all of it. Poor Mr. Patches. Yeah, poor Patches indeed. Yep, we thought we'd help ourselves. Come on down. See, the thing is, I'm not a fan of Patches. So, we get rid of him. Now that gets us his bell bearing and some better armor for the time being. Take this blindfold off finally. It also gives us his bell bearing, which lets us purchase things with it from the Twin Maiden husks, including but not limited to a few gold pickle foul feet and a cookbook. Patches bell bearing shop, buy 3 foul feet, and this which lets us craft gold pickle foul feet. Good stuff, right? Good stuff. Now let's go ahead and talk to Corrin right quick in Altus Plateau. Since he's moved there, we might as well and get the last map fragment while we're at it. Yep. And then we're gonna skyrocket through some levels. It'll be fun. Brother Corrin, I say.
I've been doing and will happily.
Yeah, as he moves, you can get different incantations. So now we can purchase Lightning Fortification for 7,500. Now we got Lightning, Flame, and Magic Fortification. Pretty good stuff overall. Picking up that last map fragment as well. We're gonna grab the Grace over this way. Alright, and that gives us 3 foul feet as well, so we're good and set. Can't craft any just yet, we need more Photal foul feet. Whee! Now this guy, I think it's 3,500 for his book, 4,500. Gives you the lightning pot. Alright, so we can go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and sell the 3,000 runes. 4,500 for lightning pots. Also neat little shields here. This heater shield we could probably use. Yeah, it's better than a rickety shield. Why not? Hey, I didn't mean to leave. Calm down, sir. Yeah, let me see that again. Yeah, why not? You only want 2,500 for it? That's a deal, my friend. That's a deal. Excellent. Then we can go ahead and hit this Grace as well. Throw on the better shield with 100% physical damage negation just in case we need it for such a thing. Very likely. We will very likely one or two shot Margit. But I'm not going to be trying to one-shot him. if that makes sense. We're going to be trying to just fight him more off. But we also need some vigor, just in case we do get hit. So first off, Lens Rise is next. Might as well increase our power even further. And by waiting here until nightfall, we can have a good time with this Knight Rider. Hello, Mr. Knight Rider. Your horse is on fire. Come on, then. You want to bait him onto the rock if you can help it. There you go. He's on the rock. Swing, body press with the horse. And he kills himself. Eat our gold pickle Foulfoot. Have our gold scarab ready, and that, my friends, is a free big amount of runes. How about that? Nice 6,500. Yeah. Now why don't we go take out an Erdtree avatar while we're at it? So let's buff up the arcane. 43 is pretty good. Ooh, yeah. 43 arcane. Our scaling is at 236 right now. Pretty damn high. Pretty damn high indeed. Yeah, the bridge technique's fantastic. And we're just going to kill this one with Catch Flame. It's going to be fun. And pick up some more Fulgur Blooms. That gives us our Faith. That gives us our Vow. Just go ahead and re-up right now. And this guy's kind of easy to, not necessarily cheese, but mess with his moveset. Always roll forward, and he won't try and catch you. And on this, just roll to the side, behind him, because he only splatters the rot in front of him. Wait for the stomp. I knew it was coming. Yep, you think you're smart, but you're not. Here we go. Got him. Don't die. Don't die. Woo. Alright. That worked out pretty darn well. Nice 141,000. We still had the boost from the other Foulfoot. Pretty good shit, I think. Pretty good shit indeed. So let's go ahead and... Let me see. Primeval Sorcerer Azure? Yeah. Someone call the NFS. Alright, let's go ahead and level up a bit more. Let's get that arcane to that 45 sweet spot and get a little bit of vigor in there. Yeah. And again, this is barely an hour into the game, and we're doing this kind of damage, you know? So it's not unreasonable at all to make this kind of build. So we're going to sneak a little bit closer here so we can make sure we hit Maggie also. Yep, roar, you're mad. That's fine. Any casting? No? There you go. Oh no, we've been hit! And that's why we got the vigor. But that's it for Maggie. That gets another memory stone also. There it is. We're looking good. We're looking good. 20 vigor. Excellent. Now, one of the next things we're going to do is go ahead and kill the dragon on the Farum Great Bridge. Ooh. Do. Hello, dragon. Being able to cast that on horseback is awesome. Hello, sir. Fight me. You always want to target their head. There's a lot more stance damage. Yeah, buddy. Bring that neck down for us. Need to reset. Alright, ride your horse away. Go ahead and eat the foul foot. This is going to be a wrap for one more Dragon Maw. Come on, do some fire. Yeah. Oh no, he didn't die. There. Gotta burn his foot one more time. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay. So, let's go ahead and go have a quick conversation with Margit. We're gonna talk about his nonsense. Okay, let's get to 18 on our mind, and 10 endurance is fine. Just for a little bit more dodgeability, we'll keep these around. And what do I want to hit him with? Ugh. I think those are fine. Lightning fortification. Oh, we can use Grail's Roar now. Woohoo! Good stuff. So we have enough spell slots. Alright. Spinning Weapon Ash of War. Yeah, that's true. It's pretty good. Are you talking about in PvP? Because at certain breakpoints in PvP, a lot of the people I have to fight against PvP go with crap tons of poise. So it doesn't always work out so well in my favor, you know. Poor Margit's gonna have a really tough time. Grail's Roar is excellent offensively and defensively because it does a power shred effect on the opponent where it lowers their attack and it lowers their defense. Hey, get back up. So it makes all of our stuff do more damage while all their stuff does less damage. So we're going to drink our flask, Golden Vow, and we're going to have some fun. I don't even think we need a Grail's Roar for him. So we're just going to chug and cast. No. Just no, Mr. Margit. Get out of here. Poor Margit. Easy peasy. And that gets another talisman slot. Beautiful. Thy meager flame indeed. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another point of faith. He seriously is. He seriously is. But Dragon Maw just obliterates the hell out of Margit. Okay, so next I want to go ahead and get into Ray Lucaria so we can pick up the Radahn icon and show it in our spellcasting time. This will be very, very, very helpful a little bit later. Alright. Whee! We're gonna go ahead and kill another dragon while we're over here too. I think it's the right thing to do. Get more dragon hearts, get more dragon incantation ability. Increase in power. Alright. Hello, sir. Okay. Good old power shred. Maybe like a stomp. That works. That wasn't on the head, didn't do that much damage. Oh well. Smaragd, you fool! Woo! That's why we got the little bit extra stamina. That endurance. Get out of here. Get out of here. Dragon Maw is so friggin' cracked. My god. It's so good. A new draconic power, say it ain't so. Not the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. Let's go ahead and get a new draconic power. We're going to go with the Rotten Breath. And with Dragon Claw. Sounds good to me. South Ray of Lucaria Gate. We're going to get inside the Academy next. Bum, bum, bum. Oop. Forgot to switch out my spell. If we end up using it, I mean. Boom. Probably not going to be using Grail's Roar for that fight, I don't think. I don't know. But Magic Fortification will be helpful, so probably. Magic Fortification and Golden Vow will help against the doggo. I didn't pick up the key? Oh, foolish me. I killed the dragon but didn't get the reward. That's a nice oversight on my part. Let's go. Get out of the way. Y'all standing in the way? What y'all standing in the way for? You know, while we're here, let's go ahead and get another memory stone too. We're gonna need them all anyway. Let's just head north. I don't think we're ever gonna come back to the site of grace, so there's no point in getting it. Let me try moving this up, maybe. I'll move that up for next stream. Do 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 do. Seek 3 wise beasts. Yeah. Let's go punch a turtle and we're back to Super Mario. Other spells and stuff are cool, but I'm sorry, there's nothing cooler than spawning an ethereal dragon over your freaking head. That's just Too dope. All right. After we get the Radahn icon from the Academy, our next target is going to be Star Scourge Radahn. So we can go ahead and get him killed and out of the way. So let's get that. Back to South Ray Lucaria Gate. And now we can enter the Academia. And we're level 62 already. Beautiful. Yeah. We're going to get the Red Wolf of Radahn knocked out. Pick up the Radahn icon so we can have a little bit faster spell casting. And then we're going to go kill Star Scourge Radahn, followed by Mohg, Lord of Blood. Yes, yes. And with only +6 too. We'll be fine. Be a good old time. Do. Bum bum bum. Yes. Oh no! Not the books! I can't read! I can't read! Stop it. Get some help. What's that Michael Jordan meme? Stop it. Get some help. Goodbye. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you too. Whee! Jumping is good. Right behind these stones. And just for posterity. Hi. Big old scary guy. Shoes made out of alligator hide. Do. Yeah. Grail Roar kind of does a shitload of damage. Alright. I may have lied a little bit, so our next target is going to be Star Scourge Radahn. But we also need to pick up 2 Death Roots so we can get Bestial Sling. For killing Mohg, we need something that's not fire-based and a bit more consistent and lower FP cost. So that's what we're going to go with. Bestial Sling and Dragon Maw. Whee! Run on through, break on through to the other side. Oh. Let me rest and reset my nonsense. Do. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. I don't want to read. You can't make me. I don't want to read and you can't make me. Yeah. Woo. I hear it. Let's Golden Vow. Let's get our magic fortification up too. Let's go ahead and knock this dog round. Should be a good time. Aroo! Yeah, you're very funny. But we do a lot of damage. Ow! Oh no! He didn't bite us out of it. He did. Stop it. Bad dog. Stop with the nonsense dodges! Alright, how about just AoE? Get out of here. He tried. He does remind me, yes, very much of Sif. For sure. Alright. We got through the wolf, even though he tried to BS us a little bit. It's all good. Gotta get that faith up to 24 before we fight Mohg, since it's a more drawn-out fight. Brute strength. Brute strength. Indeed. We're also going to be making use of a teleporter here. Do. Oh, well, bye. Yeah. Let's go ahead and knock out the Carrion Knights right quick, so we can take the teleporter. Yeah, we'll just head on up. Do. Hello. Easy peasy. Who needs anything else when you've got power? Right. Right. Hello, good sir, good turtle sir.
Do you know how it came?
Yes, I don't know about the Church of Vows. Tell me about how America turned herself into a man and then married her enemy queen. It's fantastic. Blessings boon. A little bit of HP restoration. It's not the worst thing, it's not the best, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and head over towards Radahn. After one small detour to pick up a couple silver pickled fowl foot. Radagon's wood. Yeah. Boom. The icon. Right. Thank you for reminding me to equip it. So just over back here we can get 2 free silver pickled fowl feet. That'll help us with our item discovery. Just gonna jump off the side here. Make sure you don't fall. Boom. 2 silver pickle fowl feet. Now we got 3 altogether. And we're going to come right here to in front of Radahn's area, and we're going to farm for some gold pickle fowl feet stuff right quick. The way we're going to do that is we're going to use the Hoarfrost Stomp Ash of War again. We're going to eat a fowl foot, like so. And these 3 guys here, you're going to Hoarfrost Stomp and pick up 4-tailed fowl feet. And it's a 3-minute reset timer for this, so this is what we're going to do for the next 2 to 3 minutes. So while we're doing this, Skyrune, how's your run going today? Oh, look at that. 2 more fowl feet. Beautiful. Also, this is absolutely my favorite spot to farm 4-tailed fowl feet. You can just kind of go back and forth and keep on getting stuff. And keep on resetting. Boom. Look at that. More 4-tailed fowl feet. Yes. Yes. So many portal foul feet. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. What other sorceries are you focusing on? Or what ones do you like, also? I played around with Miriam's Vanishing for a while, just to dodge some really harder to dodge attacks, right? So like Miriam's Vanishing, I found is really useful for like Commander Gaius and his boar charge, which you can dodge that, yes. But Miriam's Vanishing makes it much easier to dodge it, and put space between you and the target. Same with for Rykard, he's got that one attack where a snake dips his head into the ground and then shoots the earthquake of magma at you, and you can dodge that pretty well with Miriam's Vanishing. You get a lot more iframes. Yeah. More Photo Foul Feet. Just keep on rinsing and repeating. We should get at least 10 or so from this. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but getting like 2 or 3 each kill, so we're doing pretty good. Sorceries to combo. Are you talking specifically for PvP or PvE or a mixture of both? Because in my opinion, in that way, almost all of the DLC sorceries are really strong for that stuff. A lot of them just kind of hang around for a while. A lot of them pursue foes or close off space, and it's just very strong. Gotcha. Yeah, Glintstone Nail is fantastic and chargeable, so it makes it very strong. Okay, our thing wore out, so let's check. We got 18 Foretold Foul Feet from that 3 minutes. Item crafting. Boom. We can craft 11 of them right off that. So we are all set now, as far as that goes. Let's go fight Star Scourge Radahn. Okay. I don't feel like I'm probably going to use Grail's Roar much for this one either, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and get that activated. And go ahead and check our physic. Replace this one with the Opaline Hard tier to boost all damage negation as well. I think that'd be pretty helpful. Let's apply Catch Flame. I don't know if we need Blessing Boon. I think we're going to do enough damage as is. But, you know, you never know. Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Right? Right. Oh. Finger Maiden Theralina.
Champions, welcome.
Champions, welcome indeed for Star Scourge Radahn. 1 hour, 43 minutes in. Let's go. Let's go, Radahn. Radansky. Radanoski. So we've been streaming for just under 2 hours now. Let's go ahead and get through Star Scourge Radahn. We'll go ahead and kill Mohg, I think, and then I'd like to take a break. And then pick it up another day. Alrighty, boys. Radahn will fall. Ah, boy. What am I getting myself into? Bye, Radahn. Okay, now we come back towards him. He'll shoot off to the side, as he does. And once he pulls his swords, beautiful. Let's go ahead and drink up. Alright, Radahn. Let's go. Yeah, good attack. Gonna roll into it. That's fine. I'll take it. Yeah, what else? Oh no, he hit us! Alright, we're gonna rely on our healing. Oh no! Come on, Dan. Come on, do a better attack for me. Come on. Ouch. Super ouch. That's a good one. Good. Come on, hit. Alright. Let's go ahead and recast this. Where's he at? There he is. Let's go ahead and get this in. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Where's your other thing? There you go. That's what you're supposed to do, you jerk. Get out of here. Well, that was close. Good lord. Oh, man. Will he miss the long-range bow attack if you use Assassin's Gambit? I'm actually not sure. You probably could use Assassin's Gambit and Assassin's Gambit and like soft cotton or something to slow it, so quiet your steps. He might not see you coming up. All right, and through a combination of our Scarab and our Foulfoot, we have 151,000 runes to go. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and get our grace. Touch our grass. Touch my grass! Alright, let's go ahead and get our faith to 24 to make sure we're able to use that stuff. We can go a little bit more mind, I think. Yeah, a little bit more mind. Okay, we're looking pretty good so far, boys. We're looking pretty good. We still need to get Bestial Sling before we fight Mohg. So, let me think here. I think we just kill a Tibia Merchant or two. Tibia Mariner. A Tibia Marinera, so to say. Yeah, I actually haven't tried using Assassin's Gambit too much, so he might miss it with that. I'm honestly just kind of surprised we survived. Thank Golden Vow, right? Jeez. We don't want to ring the dinner bell. Closing time. So we're going to go into Death Touch Catacombs right quick and kill the Black Knife in here. That'll get us a death route. It seriously does. You know what really, it's great, but it aggravates me, is that Golden Vow only requires 25 faith, right? And does the 15% damage boost for you, and 10% damage negation across the board, right? And it only requires 25 faith. But then Dragon Bolt of Florisax, which you get all the way in the DLC after beating Vale, even, and doing the Dragon Priestess whole quest line, requires 52 faith to cast. 52. And it only gives you the 10% damage negation across the board and a 20%, like, or 30% blocking negation. Like, it's just literally a worse version still of Golden Vow, but for double the, the faith requirement. And you don't get the damage boost. You just get defense boost. That is, it's annoying to me because I like the way Fortisax's lightning looks on you. I like the red lightning look, but it's just not worth it. Not when it compares to Golden Vow, and you can't stack them because it's an ore buff. So like you can stack Fortis Axis Lightning thing with Fortis Axis Blessing rather, with other body buffs, but not with the lightning one. Hi. Bye. Deathroot, please. Thank you. Thank you for Deathroot. And that's no Golden Vow. That's just, you know, pure power. Let's go ahead and get one more. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. We'll do this, get our Bestial Sling, go back to Altus real quick, kill Eleonora to get the Purifying Crystal tier, and then go take care of Mohg. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I don't know necessarily what to call you on that name, LLTQH7C. But I appreciate it. Keep on having more power. Hello, sir. Cool. I'm sorry. No skeletons for you today. It just ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. And that's the end of that. Butt naked to gank invaders? That's fantastic. That is fantastic, Skyruin. That's fantastic. Glad you're enjoying the stream there, ITQ. Appreciate it. Okay. 2 Deathroot gives us the Beast's Eye, and Claw Mark Seal and Bestial Sling. Beautiful. Eleonora, Violet Bloody Finger. It's time for you to face judgment. Let's go ahead and grab our level up right quick. And we'll put another point into Vigor. 30 Vigor is where I want to get to next. 30 Vigor is comfortable. Comfortability. Let's go, let's go. I'm gonna eat her with a dragon. Let us go, let us go. See, she thinks she's the Drake Knight, but really, it just ain't there like that. We're gonna eat that face. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. Drop down off the side of the cliff here. Bum, 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 bum. Dismount. Yeah. Oh yeah, we do need another point of faith, don't we? So we can go ahead and have that rocking for us. Eleonora, the Violet Bloody Finger. Come to die. Man. She just can't handle that dragon. Okay. Did we get any finger invasion things yet? I don't think so. No, we didn't. So we gotta go talk to Vare. Oh, talk to the 2 fingers first. Sorry. We gotta talk to the fingers first, otherwise Vare doesn't show up. So we're gonna go ahead and do Vare's questline real quick to get to Mohg, Lord of Blood, faster than normal. Talk to the 2 fingers. Make sure you talk to Enya and just exhaust her dialogue a little bit. Foulness, it's so graceful, I know. Okay, that's great. So now that we've talked to her and the 2 fingers, Vare is going to appear right here. So we're going to use the close temple quarter set of grass. It really is. It really is. Just wait till you see what we do to Mohg here shortly, dude. My god, it's fantastic. And again, it's going to be incant only. We're not going to bully through him the same way with trading hits, because we really can't trade hits with Mohg. But you'll enjoy what happens. We're gonna use some dragon nonsense and drag his ass through the floor. Bum bum bum. And we're not going to be using this incantation here, but this scarab does give the infamous Blood Flame Blade. And the reason we're not using it is the buff from it scales off of your faith stat. I think it's equal to 0.4 times your your faith stat for damage. So on a pure faith build, weapon buffs are much better as incantations because they scale directly off of your faith. Festering Bloody Fingers. Thank you, my friends. We've got to go do an invasion. One single invasion will get us this Bloody Finger nonsense to go. So we're going to take this warp pad at Altus Plateau. Altus Plateau. Okay. Woo. And we're going to drop just down here. Whee! Grab the grace, touch the grace, enjoy the grace, love the grace. Refresh yourself. Yeah. I mean, if you want to just do a damage check, you can always just, like, completely cook everyone you want right here. Just for fun. And we still got plenty of flash left to deal with our invader. But, hey, why not? Might as well get a few little extra things. Higher arcane means we get to loot bodies more frequently, too. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic, bombastic. It's a fantastic. Do. And right here, there's a red sign to invade Magnus the Beast Claw. So we simply do this invasion, and then we can go ahead and take care of Mohg. Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. Dragon Mod is that strong. And again, we're just +6 on our seal right now. This isn't a +10 thing. I'm not buffing. That wasn't any Golden Vow. That was just straight power. And another Somber Smithing Stone 6. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We don't need to hang out with those guys. The dogs are terrible. The dogs of war, as it were. Once we get to about here, we should be able to warp out safely. Let's go ahead and head back to Vare. Show him that we used his bloody fingers. God, that just sounds so wrong. We'll show Vare we use his bloody fingers in a good way. Green Lily. All right. Also, I didn't even mention it's 5:03 p.m. right now. Shout out from the east coast of the U.S. Anybody watching or in chat, where are you guys from? Shout out. Yes, my lamb can anoint me. Thank you, the Lord of Blood's favor. Any maiden will do. I have just the one in mind at the Bridge of Sacrifice, aptly named. Her name is Arena. She needs a subpoena.
Please.
I'm sorry. But thank you. Lord of Blood thanks you. I'll say this, really the only point in keeping Irina alive is to end up doing her full quest line that gets you the Frenzy Flame seal. And unless you're doing Frenzy Flame, you don't really need the seal. Even if you are doing Frenzy Flame, you really don't need the seal. The seal is pretty shit. It scales with your stats poorly across the board. The only thing it does is provide a damage buff to Frenzy Flame seals, to Frenzy Flame incantations rather. So using it in the offhand is fine. But the Dragon Communion Seal, scaling with Arcane, actually increases the madness buildup that Frenzy Flame spells do to actual players.
And with this, a knight. Now, this.
You're from Mars? That's dope. I hear that people from Mars get more candy bars. And then boys go to Jupiter to get more stupid or whatever. That was what it was when I was a kid. That was a long time ago. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Girls go to Mars to get more candy bars. I think that's how it went. Ah, he's bleeding my finger, you rude bastard. Ah, my bloody finger. And my ugly face. Talk to him again for the Pureblood Knight's medal. And he says don't go there. We are not going to listen to him. We are going to go ahead and use the Pureblood Knight medal and go to the audience grounds. Ooh, with the sigil of blood. Let's go. Mohg time. The Mohganator. Whee! Pick out the map. Now before we head straight up to the Lord of Blood, which we will do, trust, let's go ahead and add a thing to our flasks. Can drop this to yeah, 3 just in case we need it. The Flask of Wondrous Physic, we're going to be changing over to this, and then keep the Opalon Heart Tier on. The new Glorb Vorb New Gen TV. What the hell is that? the new Glorb Vorb New Gen TV? I have not even heard of that. You seem pretty up to date on all this technology stuff, eh? Oh no! Say it ain't so. Just gonna pick up some golden runes here and there, some blood-tainted poop, which is what it is. Don't let nobody tell you differently. It's blood-tinged excrement. That is poop. Storm of Flies, a nice incantation that requires faith in Arcane. Might as well have one on you, since we got those stats. Be a good auxiliary spell later. Kind of kite around these guys, pick up the Hero's Rune 4. And this one's got Blood Tax, Ash of War, where we're not using weapons, so we're just going to take the Somber Smithing Stone 9 instead. Because I'm a human. Makes sense. That makes sense. That tracks. And we're not going to be farming runes right here, but this is the infamous spot that you guys might see on other videos where they talk about infinite runes and farming runes really fast. And it's because you can use this ledge here to hit the bird, and then he'll run off the ledge and kill himself, and then they use like the golden whatever to kill all these dudes. Like if you want to try and farm something, you can still do it with your dragon stuff. For sure. It's not quite as fast, but hey, it's still a good amount of runes, right? So now let's go take out the Lord of Blood. The Lord of Blood, blah, blah, blood. He says blah, blah, blah. So we're at 20,000, we're needing 28,000 to go. We got a lot of these to go. Good stuff. Let's go. It's going to be a good time, folks. He's going to be very upset. And grab the Newman rune from over here. Blood loss is fine, doesn't really matter. Blood loss always does a percentage damage of your health, right? And that's part of the thing with this Lord of Blood fight too. Even if you don't have the Purifying tier, the Nihil always does like 40% of your max health each time. So you can stand through the first 2, then drink a flask, and then take the 3rd one. So 2 flasks will make that kind of null. Yeah, it still is probably the best farm. So right here, we're just going to run on through. You know, I'm going to make it more interesting so you guys can actually see what's going on. Torch. And just keep on sprinting through. You got guys warping in to try and kill you, that's fine. Keep on blocking us so you don't have to stop and pick crap up. Got another one warping in, that's fine. And just strafe to the left and right to dodge the knives they'll throw at you here and there. Nobody wants to get knifed in the back by Regiovia. But once you get about here, you see they gave up. Alright. So, let's go ahead and pick our incantations to use here. We're going to be using Bestial Sling and Dragon Maw. I don't think we're going to be using Grail's Roar. Not really. And we don't really need the Golden Vow, honestly. Or the Blessing's Boon. Or this. Maybe Flame Fortification, but I really don't see us needing that. So I'm going to let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Maybe Blood Flies now and then. Yeah, let's go with those three. That sounds good to me. And we got 28,000 right now, so if we go to this, that should put us 28,000. And then another 30,000 should get us another level. Right? Might as well use the runes we're picking up. Let's get another point of faith, so we have that break point. 22 here, so 30,000 to level up now. Let's see, we got 50,000. That's one level. Plus 12,500, that's likely 2 levels. And we might be able to squeeze a third out, but that's perfectly fine. Just like that. Boom, boom. A little bit more HP. Just a wee bit more. Just a wee bit. Can't you have a wee bit more? Okay. Now, last thing. We're going to get dude's attention. Hello. Hi. Get him off of that platform. Hi. Sneak around this way. Ah, he followed us! But he sucks. Haha. We got the Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. So now, again, all we need is a Somber Smithing Stone 7. And that will let us put our Dragon Community Seal to plus 10. We're not doing it right now. But in the future. Don't you get on this. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, aren't you cool? That's fine, I suppose. Just die, bro. God. I love having to waste FP before the Mohg fight. It's all good. Okay, so. A few less flashes than I wanted, but we'll be fine. Mohg, Lord of Blood. I'm going to let this one play out. I love this cutscene, so we're going to let it play. And I'm going to be quiet. This is probably one of my favorite cutscenes. Yes. Bleed into the pool. I love it. Come here, Lord of Blood. Very cinematic. I know, right? His dynasty would have been awesome.
Dearest Mikola.
Great voice, too.
You must abide alone a while.
Just a while.
Welcome honor the guest.
Yes. To what? To what, Mohg?
Of our dynasty.
Woo! Let's go. All right, buddy. You asked for it, you get it. Come on. Just me and you. There's a nice blood loss proc already. Let's go, Dragon Communion Seal. Let's go. Come on then, buddy. Come on then. Yeah. Come on. What's up, Mohg? Come on. Woo! Come on, then. Let's go. Yeah, I know. We could keep dealing damage here, but it really doesn't take a lot. So we can cast some blood flies right quick. Yes! Roll forward. You can do anything right here. Kabooyah Shaka! Come on. Stepping in the blood flame on the ground. Come on, Moganator. Yes. Forward. Cast. Let's go, Mohg. Get eaten by a dragon. Look at him backing up. He doesn't know we're the boss. Run under him. What's up? Yeah. Rawr. I don't have enough for the Dragon Maw this time, but still. Woo! Oh no! Damn it! I blame not having as many flashes as I wanted to. Oh, it was so close. We got him this time. We got it. Damn. That was the one move I was hoping he would not do there. Alright, so this is tier 2. We're not really using the heater shield for this, so I'm going to offhand the claw mark seal. Give our Bestial Sling a little bit more oomph. A little bit more oomph. We got this. No problem, no problem. Come on. Let's go. Take the chance to drink. Come on, then. Come on. Yeah, I knew it. That's fine, we'll do this. You don't like those flies, do you? Alright. Come on. Woo! You wish you could hit this. Look out. This might be a mistake. Woo! It was worth. We're gonna drink. Oh, let's go! Let's go. Alright, he might get caught there, so we're gonna roll and dodge anyways. Yeah. No worries. Come on. You big bastard. No, no, no. Easy. Easy. We are surrounded by flame. Blood and fire and flame and feast and famine. We gotta drink. Alright, taking the chance. Don't get stuck in the corner, Mohg. Woo! Whee! Come on. Yeah. Uh-huh. Come on then. Whee! Come on, do your little click attack. Whoa! Wrong one! Oh no! We almost got it. We really did. We really did. I think I'm going to wait to drink the Flask of Physic until we get to the beginning of the second one. Because I think my defense is running out. Alright, we got this. Trust. Trust. Trust in the process. Bald man luck. Alright, let's be patient. Let me be quite so greedy. Yeah. There we go. I love that attack. Do it more, please. good. Yeah. Good. That works for me. Yeah, he has higher defenses here. Oh no! Oh no! I forgot to drink my... Well, here we go. Let's try it. Hey. Maybe we don't need the negation. We got this. Good lord. That was a hilarious fail on my point. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, well. I need you to give me an opening to drink if you don't mind. That works. No, it doesn't work. Woo! Hi. Hi, buddy. This works. Style drink. Alright, we're back in the game. Don't do your dart move. Woo! Come on, then. Not a lot of room to dodge. Okay, he's gonna strafe. That works. Perfect. We're gonna take the opportunity and drink. Come on. Go this way. Yes. Oh no, I actually got hit. What the hell? Ah, I always dodge that attack. Man, now it's to the wire. We get touched, we die. Don't touch me, Epstein. I mean, Mohg. Alright, that works. We're gonna drink. We gotta play very careful right now. Come on. Okay. Roll forward into it. Let's go. Let's go. Don't get greedy.
I can see.
Yeah. There we go. Let's go. Come here, Mohg. You've been destroyed. Dragon and Bestial sing. Let's go. Can I get a hell yeah in the chat? Mohg is ours. Decimation. And 665,000 runes later. Bring this to 30. Look at 1 and 2. Get this to 28 so we can cast that all day long. Probably actually even higher. We'll probably get to 40 almost. 37 it is. Yeah, thank you, Sky. Hell yeah. And that unlocks the DLC. Yes, we know. So that means in just under 2.5 hours, we went from the beginning of a new game to the DLC with dragon power and Bestial Sling. Like, come on, let's be fair. Bestial Sling MVP on that for chip damage over time. You could do that fight with just Dragon Mob, but as you guys saw, there's like one opportunity to use it where you don't get hit most of the time, and that's where he does a click fire thing. So you can do it with just that. It just takes a ridiculously longer amount of time. It really does. Alright, folks. We're in the DLC. We're also now, with 2 Great Runes, able to fight the Draconic Tree Sentinel and get into Landel, which I'm thinking we'll do next time on the stream. Thank you all for joining. If you guys are new here, you can call me Luck. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the video. Stay tuned for more stuff so you can stay up to date and catch the next time we stream for Elden Ring. Thank you guys again for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.